This is a doctor of Medical Sciences Podhomutnikova. She's sharing very interesting information about B-Luron, the unique product by Coral Club. Interestingly, that combination of this unique formula was originally created for horses. Stallions are extremely expensive animals, especially the racing ones. They require special care, and in order to preserve the health of such valuable breeds, a scientist looked for a biochemical solution to support their joints, understanding the structure of joints in detail. So, all joints, and we have 180 of them, are built the same way even though they perform different functions. All joints are filled with cartilage surfaces, and each joint contains a joint capsule filled with synovial fluid. For joint to function properly, two conditions are required: hyaluronic acid and chondroitin. Chondroitin is a brick from which cartilage cells regenerate, but chondroitin works correctly only when it connects with sulfur, so forming chondroitin sulfate. This is not a chemical name, it indicates its biological availability. So there is a brick and a solution, and together they create the right conditions. Hyaluronic acid is synthesized by our body, but the biological aging of joints begins at the age of 22. At 22, synthesis starts to decline, and by the age of 60, it drops to about 10%. So you can understand that hyaluronic acid is needed by everyone. Getting it from food is almost impossible. The molecule is too large to pass through the intestinal barrier. It has to be broken down first, and only in a smaller form it can enter the bloodstream. So the losses are enormous. In B-Luron, both necessary components are present: hyaluronic acid and chondroitin complex in biologically available form. That means that when you take B-Luron, you do not lose that hyaluronic acid. We all hear advertisements about hyaluronic acid in creams, ointments, tablets, and everybody knows that in the solution that's required for proper joint function. But what's next? We had a research which lasted for 20 years. That was a serious pharmacological project. In 2001, the first volunteers appeared. There were athletes, football players, and gymnasts who began taking this form. The results were 100% positive, from improvement to very significant improvement. When the researchers analyzed the hyaluronic acid, they found that within 15 minutes of taking it, it begins circulating through the body in full volume. And after 24 hours, the accumulation process begins, and by the next day, it already appears in the joint, moving through the lymphatic system. On the photo, you see Dr. Niels Dushik, who developed B-Luron. But the supplement itself is an innovative technological development of the German company Grammy Revit GmbH. So, by the end of the first week, some people may begin to feel changes. A very interesting conclusion. If a person still has even minimal remnants of cartilage, even millimeters, at stage 4 arthrosis, they have a chance for rehabilitation and restoration. But if it's stage 5, then the joint must be replaced. In all other cases, improvement will gradually happen over time. Hyaluronic acid is found throughout the body. It is essential for the eyes. Studies show that people with glaucoma lack hyaluronic acid in the eyeball. It is in ligaments, the spine, the joints, and it's in the skin. The most popular direction of modern cosmetology is rejuvenating mesotherapy. It's based on injecting hyaluronic acid under the skin. A very interesting conclusion. If a person still has even minimal remnants of cartilage, even millimeters, at stage 4 arthrosis, they have a chance for rehabilitation and restoration. But if it is stage 5, then the joint has to be replaced. In all other cases, improvement will happen gradually over time. Hyaluronic acid is found throughout the body. It is essential for the eyes. Studies show that people with glaucoma lack hyaluronic acid in the eyeball. Hyaluronic acid is in ligaments, in spine, and the joints, and it's all in the skin. The most popular direction in modern cosmetology, rejuvenating mesotherapy. It is based on injecting hyaluronic acid under the skin. It is injected locally to restore the areas where the outer skin thins and collagen-elastin fibers diminish. If you take 6 liters of water, approximately a gallon a day, and add 1 gram of hyaluronic acid, the entire mixture becomes a gel. Imagine what it does to the body. It holds water. Now combine this with the detox philosophy, our coral mine water, and this unique product B-Luron, and you create the ideal conditions for retaining the right kind of water. No one else has this. Another important point, cartilage is one thing, but inside the joint there's also synovial fluid, which acts as a lubricant. Over time, its amount decreases, and the joints begin to work dry. So we all need Bileron. Order today.